Good evening, everyone. I'm Robert Fisher. I am talking to you today about purchasing a microwave measuring receiver, and it is the E-Series microwave measuring receiver that is the replacement for the 8902 measuring receiver. The MMR, which is what it measures, which means microwave measurement receiver, is capable of being in two different modes. It can do spectrum analysis mode, or it can do measuring receiver mode. In the spectrum analysis mode, you basically put in the frequency that you're inputting, and you target that specific frequency, and it'll give you a nice waveform. And because you have this waveform, you can actually use the functions of this spec in to actually measure the noise and the modulation that's on that signal. Because not everybody knows, but when you have a frequency, you're never going to have a pure frequency. You're always going to have a certain amount of noise, and you're also going to have echoes of that frequency throughout the entire span until they're just too small to see. So say you have 1 gig going in, you'll have a harmonic at 2 gig, a harmonic at 3 gig, a harmonic at 4 gig, and usually 4 is about all you'll see. Well, with this spectrum analyzer, you're actually able to measure how much of the harmonic, how much power is in the harmonic compared to the carrier frequency, which is what you're trying to eliminate. Harmonics are not good. Nobody likes harmonics, and if they get too high, they can interfere with signals. So with this piece of equipment, you can actually just hit a button, and it will go through the entire span, and it will tell you all the amplitudes all the way up to the 10th harmonic. On the other mode on this measuring receiver, which is the measuring receiver mode, you can use it for a multitude of applications. It has a frequency counter, it has RF level, it has tuned RF level, it has AM, FM, and PM modulation. AM would be amplitude modulation, FM would be frequency modulation, PM would be pulse modulation. Along with being able to measure those, you can actually use a separate function to actually find the exact rate and what frequency that rate is of the signal you're inputting. The 8902, which is the predecessor, it used a lot of special, and then you had to enter a code in order to make these measurements. That no longer exists with this piece of equipment. It automatically does everything for you with a push of 1 button rather than the push of 5. Now, it is a little on the more expensive side, but it is crucial if you want to speed up your calibrations in everyday life, and it'll end up making you thousands more than what it costs in the long run. The base model, which is just the spectrum analyzer portion, would be right around $60,000 to $65,000. But I would not even attempt to buy this piece of equipment without getting the whole package. You get the whole package for right around $85,000 to $90,000. You get the whole package, and you get the spectrum analyzer, and you get the measuring receiver portion, which includes a power meter and a power sensor that talk to each other via Ethernet or IEEE, whichever one you decide to use for your communication. The days of fumbling around for the 8902 are quickly coming to an end, and I urge you to jump on that bandwagon as soon as possible. Having experience with both pieces of equipment, I can tell you that the microwave measuring receiver is 150, 200 times better than the 8902 because it is just the user friendliness of the item. Thank you very much, and I look forward to hearing from you.